Ooh. Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of TacoBonsai. And now we're working on trim ups. So we're gonna dive right in. This one is my root over rock mulberry. And I don't know if you folks can see, but the roots are actually doing fine. I don't know if this is the only alive part, but I think most of these are living and they're growing. It's nice. But I don't intend to have this large of a tree. I'm having issues with pests. So as much as I love all this growth, it's more sacrificial. And I'm going to take it down to the last two nodes there. So I've still got some active nodes. This is very dead. So let's see if I can take it off. Yep. And right here as well, it's dead. Has been for a while. Ooh, let's see if I can get it. There we go. It's not much cleaned up. It's a little cleaned up. This, you can see where I've had these issues with pests. So I'm going to take off that because it's dead. And then I've got the rest of this. I'm very pleased with it. I'm not going to trim any more of that, but actually, let's take this one off because I'm not sure it's alive either. So there we go. A little more cleaned up. I think you folks were definitely looking at the front before there. But yeah, just need to get it a little bit smaller to stay inside my little shelves in there. So this is my dwarf ever-bearing mulberry. It is now ready for a little bit more growing. So I'll set that to the side. I've already treated with neem oil. And then this one is my biggest issue. Extensions in every direction. This is the dwarf weeping Barbados cherry. And this one is just covered in aphids. So I'm going to start off with taking off all these long extensions back to the last set of leaves. Now these don't appear to die back very far. You can see here it didn't really die back. That's okay. Ugh. I'm not worried about dieback so much as I'm getting rid of all of these little bugs. And it may be that I've been treating this one for a while. Again, I'm not trying to develop the top of this tree yet. I'm still working on the bottom. The bottom's a ways away from being good. Now these ones down low here are okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray it down with some neem oil. Neem oil is, of course, I think it's a insecticide. I don't know how it does with aphids, but it says it's good for them. So I'm going to spray it down. It's a little stinky, but it's okay. A little stink is fine if everything survives. And of course, I'll keep that one off to the side. Bring out the last one, which does not have as much of an issue with an aphid population. It is a nice tall amber maple. So my amber maple is now really extended up, and I've got to cut it back. This one, I do have some lower down branches that I thought about using, but I think at this point I determined this is just sacrificial. So I'm going to remove it before it becomes too big. There we go. Nice smooth wound, and this one as well. It's a little too low. It won't look good to have this long trunk. It can't be all the way up there. And you can't really tell what I'm doing with the rest of it. So now I'm getting close and start choosing. This is a great branch here, down low. I'm going to take the top off it, but I might end up removing it. I'm not sure I want that there, even though it's a really good branch. Coming up that same trunk, we get to here, and then it comes off into several branches. Again, nice long one here. I'll take that off. The one here I'd already cut, so I'm going to leave that alone. It's coming off nice. It's a nice young branch, so I'll leave that. And I've got another extension kind of straight up here. Kind of got too many branches coming from one spot, so I'm going to take off the inside here, where these two both come from, to give it a little more room to grow. And this is not a profile. This isn't a development pruning. This is just thinning it out because it's just extended so much already. On the back here, you might be able to see there's this branch coming out. I'm going to take that off to the second to last, just to keep it in that kind of tree shape. And that's pretty much got this side shorter. Again, I'm not trying to win any awards here. I'm just trying to get it a little bit shorter while these all develop. In here, I've got one right at the top. I'm going to go ahead and get that off before it becomes a branch. I don't want it there. And there's another one in here doing the same thing. All right. Got this one in here that's just coming straight up the top. I'm going to take it down. Probably going to kill that branch. That's okay. Got plenty of other branches. The one above it's okay. It's not too long. Don't have a whole lot of extensions there. Same thing here, not a whole lot of extension. So a branch here is coming straight up. Gonna take that off. In fact, I think I'm gonna take it off altogether because there's another branch coming out down below here that's a little bit better. All right, let me turn this for us. Hopefully you guys can still see. Again, I've got these branches here. This one's not so bad. It's not so great. I'm gonna take it back to the last where there was a leaf set and see what happens there. And then I've got a whole bunch coming from one place right here. I've got one on the inside here, 2, and this long one that's 3. And it's coming back over. So I'm going to take that whole long one off because it's going to give our vigor back to the rest of the tree. This has been cut off a couple times, but it seems to still want to come up. I'm going to see what happens if I take it down short. And that leaves me with just one long one at the back here that really needs to be trimmed. I've already reduced a lot of branches and branching. That one needs to be trimmed. I think I'm going to leave that one as a sword leader and just take it back to the longest. So there's the amber maple. Ooh, doing a little trimming down low. You guys probably can't see. Just cleaning up some of this stuff. Ooh. And it is ready to keep growing. I have not yet repotted it. I'm really happy for the growth that I do have. But at this point, I just needed to trim it to keep it in check. Lots of trees in a small space. I need to keep them small so I don't have issues with shadowing out. I mean, these are real long shoots here. Didn't need that much. So that is a nice light trimming episode of TacoBonsai. I'm going to give this one a spray just to make sure there's no aphids on it, or if there are, they're kind of repelled. Spray the soil too. And that's it. Thank you all for joining me. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.